Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This one taken from the 7. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
So the Packer offense coming on. They'll be asked to go for 2.
Let's get it together, defense.
Now it's Jackson escaping the pressure right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Willie Lanier.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Let's go! Let's go!
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by Big Ben, their veteran quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger.
He's one of the more exalted quarterbacks in the league, but I still don't think he gets enough appreciation for his ability to read defenses and lead his ball club.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He completes it to Evans. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Let's switch gears, talk about Matt LaFleur and what he did in his first season as Green Bay comes back out here, Charles. 13 and 3, and really, by all accounts, exceeding expectations. A win over Seattle in the divisional round, and then that 49er run game, and Raheem Mostert did them in. But where do they go from here looking forward to Matt LaFleur's? There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 57 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. So a big-time scamper there to cap a touchdown on the opening drive.
Sets a tone, establishes not what you call a dominance, but a really good feeling for the team that just scored. But I've got to ask you, partner, what do the analytics say about that type of a run? Does it establish anything else for him?
Flushed out right. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Next drive coming up for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm not sure what was going on this past season in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania, but you think about the Eagles and these Steelers and the injury bug that bit both of them, it's really hard to fathom. If it's germane to the Steelers, though, the dreadful start really began with the injury to Ben Roethlisberger, lost for the year after 2 weeks, and things, although they obviously picked things up later in the year, Charles, started to go south right there.
I think their head coach
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting after it.
And he lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
41 Mike. 41 Mike.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Here's Jackson, and that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, this is Jackson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger, and this one complete to Reed. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On the return, Hester. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll run on 1st down. Dickerson. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Oh, able to avoid him. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. Jackson.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Dancing to his left. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. To throw again. They complete it to Hill. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So they get the ball on the opening drive. They take it in for the score.
And how about setting the tone right away? Everyone talks about wanting to do that, but you always hear it in every locker room. First 5 minutes of the game, who's going to set the tone? Who's going to take control? Guess who just did?
Well, and now on the next drive, when you score that quickly or you're scored that quickly again, probably feel like you need to respond.
Yeah, without a doubt. In other words, you've actually put the pressure even more so on your opponent.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
Here we go. Black 20. 54 Mike. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Look, there's that.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And into the end zone, it's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. That pick-6 extending this lead even further. Now, boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. Brian Urlacher showing the explosiveness that led him to the Hall of Fame. Now Roethlisberger. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. As their opening drive stalls out, he's on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Hester. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And it's actually been out of the backfield, handing the ball off where they've had a lot of success. So if you're the quarterback, do you just maybe say, you know, maybe this isn't my day, our running game's going so well, you just continue to lean on that?
I agree. That's exactly what you do. And you have to kind of take your ego and put it aside, because you always think your next throw is going to be your best throw, right? Your next play is going to be your best play. Lean on what's working for you right now. That should help carry your team to victory if things keep going in the direction that they are.
Yeah, because the formula has them the lead currently. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
Now, you and I both know that those guys out in the field, they're giving every effort that they've got. But Bryant Young, he just played the game with a different level of intensity and affected play from start to finish.
Well, he was an 8-time winner of the 49ers' prestigious Lynn Eshmon Award, and some people, it's caught inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime, and even 50 yards. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining.
Delta. 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Randy Moss, as time expires in the first half, as his guys continue to pour it on. And now this will be the final play of the half, as with no time remaining, they'll try and add 2 more to the lead right before intermission. And it's going to be caught. Not sure why they went for 2, but they do get it. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the return will stop right around the 25.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
I'm going to come back to you. Switch.
They run on first down with Jackson. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Switch up.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Reggie White on the sack there, showing the explosiveness that led him to the Hall of Fame.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence. In the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. On third down, Roethlisberger. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
They'll run it. Here's Okoye. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson rolling to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. Ready, go.
They'll try and run for it. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw here's incomplete. 6-time Pro Bowler Randy Moss, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. He'll buy some time right, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Throwing is Jackson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Roethlisberger. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. On first down, Dickerson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did.
At their own 25-yard line.
White 80.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Sean Taylor there defensively.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the screen. Chef.
One last shot for Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully...
Hello again, everybody. I'm the coach, and this is...
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Yep. 70, Indy. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Five.
Now a first down throw for Young. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ted Hendricks making his presence felt.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean,
under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both first and second down.
now I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
To throw, Young. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
We play to win. Let's go.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now 1st down. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 53 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
This fielded at the 2. Football going back to the Houston Texans. Got another AFC South title this year. Their 4th in 5 seasons. No early exit in the playoffs. They came back to beat Buffalo in OT in the wild card round. Then that stunning 24-0 lead against Kansas City in KC. And you have to imagine they're going to be seeing Patrick Mahomes in their dreams all offseason. Probably a lot of nightmares.
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt. Kind of reminds you of a Metallica song, doesn't it? Right? I mean, with those kind of nightmares, you don't want to go to sleep.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at the 20. "21 yards. Well done on the return. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They run the counter. Dickerson. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Partner, they're up big. They snap the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Young. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Look, we came into this one focused on Randy Moss, and now he has our full attention with his first grab of the game.
Well, he's one of only 2 players to go a whole season averaging over 100 yards receiving and average a touchdown per game as well. That's a pretty impressive stat.
It really is, especially when you...
And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. A 22-yard scamper as his guys continue to pour it on. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on the passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice, and this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And they're going to have lousy starting field position as he's out of bounds at his 6-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't
They'll run on first down. Sims. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Sims, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Ready?
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Open man here, Sims complete. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First and 10, Young. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. On 3rd down, Sims. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Crunch time, defense.
Now a give, right side. Dickerson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
We ain't giving up nothing.
Right back to him on 1st down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
That's it, baby. We got work.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Spins past him. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Touchdown, Packers! Randy Moss there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. There we go now as they will again try for 2.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it in until that point. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punt.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smells terrible.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On first down, it's Sims. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation. Every time I watch LT blow up plays just like that one, I think of one quote. You can run, but you can't hide.
He won a record 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards back in his day. He was also the league MVP in 1986.
One of 2 defensive players who won the MVP award in the NFL. The second one, Alan Page with the Minnesota Vikings, the linchpin of their Purple People Eaters defense. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
It's taken to the 26. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And his throw is incomplete. Randy Moss, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Jackson now. On the move to his left. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go, baby.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
30 base. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Check it back. Check it back.
Big grip.
On 1st and 10, Young into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Touchdown, baby.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for two up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for two late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
Check 55 to Mike. Cut.
Ready.
A first down throw for Young, and that's complete. It's Sims. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Steve Young, and he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFell. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Young now, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
60 Pittsburgh.
Young on 3rd down. Oh, and now Young here throwing another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's Hill, complete. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And now out comes Houston. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's Young on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Different story this time around. We have that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Young. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Young on 3rd and 2. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Oh, he shifts past him. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual
it.
guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
This will be taken very short. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Mark 55. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Hey, go.
Young looks to throw on first down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was looking for the great one, Jerry Rice. And that'll bring up second down. One last shot for Young. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory.
Hey, it's the coach at our Tiburon Studios in Orlando.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe. They'll run on first down. Dickerson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They run the counter. Dickerson. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 38-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. 38 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue: explosive runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, you got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you because your first thought is we have to answer right now.
We got this.
Patriot offense returning to the field. And look at this season, 12-4, but they had the 8-0 start. And you think about it in that lens, down the stretch 4-5, including the playoff loss. A first-place finish for the 16th time, though, in 17 years. But now the question circle. We've mentioned Tom Brady. A lot of discussion there. But there's a lot of other questions to answer, correct?
This is one of the oldest rosters in the NFL, so there has to be some type of a rebuild, reboot along the way, although if you're a New England Patriot, you don't do it with the idea that you're not still contending to win the AFC East and go to the playoffs. So it'll be interesting to see how they decide to do that from the front office, which there is some uncertainty there, whether there'll be some change in those positions. Head coach, as long as he's there, I think things are in great hands, but we may see a drastically different Patriot team moving forward, especially if number 12 decides to take his talents elsewhere.
Well, if Brady is there next year, they got to get him some guys he can throw the football to.
Guys that he'll absolutely trust, and that means finding veteran wide receivers who can come in and adapt to their system and play. They tried that this year. Antonio Brown, Muhammad.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reggie White, what a force, got back there for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Fielded at the 43. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Just like that. Just like that.
They go play action with Jackson being chased out left. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to his left, and he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Taysom Hill there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one, we want two. Instead, they got 0.
unbelievable that they even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Cunningham. That pass complete to Jim Brown. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Lawrence Taylor with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Brian Anger now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Fielded at about the 28. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Dickerson. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. Jackson, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner. And he was able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Man open, that's Terrell Owens. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground again here.
Let's go! Let's go!
So 2 quarters down, 2. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Keep playing hard,
On 3rd down, Cunningham. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
On the return, Hester. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Jackson now off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. It gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Cunningham. And he'll get this one complete to T.O. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up
Mike,
3rd
55.
and 4.
Right there in the middle, 55.
from the gun on third down. Cunningham. This will be caught by Brown. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Dickerson. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Fourth down, here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll buy some time right. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Cunningham. And it's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Now a first down throw. Cunningham got a man. It's Brown. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Coming to you.
From the gun on third down, Cunningham. And he's got a man. It's T.O. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. Now Cunningham. It's complete to Brown, right side. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Cunningham to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gonzalez. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory.
Hey, welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the NFL and Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Now the elder statesman of the NFL, Adam Vinatieri, set to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now a give, right side. Dickerson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
With safety Ed Reed there to make the play. Jackson off the bootleg. Rolling to his... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, so often we talk about whether or not a quarterback was surprised by the pressure, by the blitz. Most of the time they're not surprised by that. but the speed in which someone gets there. And on this play, I don't think he had any other chance or choice.
Are they taught in that situation just to tuck it and go down?
Yeah, when you don't even have an opportunity to look downfield and assess what's going on, cover it, take care of the football. Don't turn something bad into something worse.
It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Off the bootleg. Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. This will be caught by Randy Moss. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the...
And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run as his guys have now moved out in front. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
He's going to take off with it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now Mostert. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 6-0 our score after 1. On 3rd down, Elway. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Hester. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. On 2nd down now, Dickerson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Sliding out of the pocket. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Pretty move. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
This is the tight end fan. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Jackson now, off the bootleg. He'll bite in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Ryan Shazier able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job one, paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though. Forced under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Elway to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the shotgun, Elway. He'll find Metcalf. And a loose football. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Vinatieri's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Ready for this? They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Check.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. First half, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
64.
Ready? To throw on third down. Elway. Man open, Rice. And the ball is knocked out, and the Packers pick it up. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
11 more on that one and another first down.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Stop your whining.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. And he's going to... And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lawrence Taylor picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run the counter. Dickerson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Touchdown, Packers! Randy Moss there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here's the home side to take over on offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The throw right sideline here is complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Elway, he's got his tight end Fant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that one good for 16 yards and a 1st. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From midfield, Elway. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Elway. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the red zone now, Elway on first down. And that's off the mark, incomplete. So another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Push him back. Push him back.
They'll run on first down. Dickerson, and not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They run the counter. Dickerson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
On third down, Dickerson. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a fourth down now. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed.
So that'll do it from here for Charles Davis and the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaw.
the coach here, welcoming you to another installment of Madden Ultimate.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Come on, D. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
A give to the game's all-time leader, Emmitt Smith. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Come on, Shaq. I got you.
On first down, Dickerson able to slither by. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Let's go.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Right back to him on first down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Jackson now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Right there in the middle, 55. Line him up. Out him up. Mike, 55.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those two hands over his head, that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
On 3rd down, here's Emmitt. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 53 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. as Buffalo gets ready for their next drive. You know, if you're a Bills fan, I think you got to be pleased with what happened this season. Yes, the disappointment in the wild card round of Houston, everybody knows about that, but the win total jumps from 6 to 10, and bottom line, they got in the playoffs.
They broke an almost double-decade, drought in the playoffs 2 seasons ago. Remember, they went, but then they took the step back last year, because you just mentioned it, only 6 wins in 2018. But to get back to 10, and this feels like they've got a pretty good base going where they're going to be involved in playoff action for a while to come now. Quarterback Josh Allen found a runner in Devin Singletary. The defense continues to play well, led by Tre'Davious White, who's an all-pro corner. I like the foundation that they've built there with Sean McDermott. I think they'll contend for the playoffs for many years to come with this team. And yeah, disappointing loss after being up 16-0 against Houston. But I think going down the road, Buffalo's going to be a factor.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The Bills send the punter out. As their opening drive stalls out, he's on to punt. Taking it about the 16.
Come on, fellas.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Man open, it's Moss complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Well, let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Well, hey, so much for advanced metrics. I mean, going for it on 4th twice on this drive, but hey, 2 for 2.
Well, it's time for you and I to really get educated, isn't it? Welcome to Madden NFL Advanced Metrics. This style, not the style we grew up with.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
No game on this defense, no game.
Now Emmett. And nothing doing here, as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Bills send the punter out, as he's on here to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. He'll take it at the 42. That's it for the first half. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They run the counter. Dickerson. There he goes left side. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Here's Jackson to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Now a draw play. It's Emmett. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and...
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd down, Dickerson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
3 down, 3 down.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis. There he goes right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
On first down, Watson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Lawrence Taylor picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Smith. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the Packers pick it up. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's Hill, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Watson on first down. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw, Watson. And this one complete to Reed. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. On 1st and 10, Watson. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Watson to throw on third down. Man open, Rice. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On first down, it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Watson on third down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth. Watson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.